This episode of Off My Shelf contains coarse language and adult conversation. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, my name is Tracy James and welcome to Off My Shelf, a podcast about movies that are well off my shelf, where we go through my DVDs and talk about the movies in my collection. In this episode, Mike Suderman is here to talk about the amazing but short-lived animated series, Clone High. Welcome!
Hello!
Thank you for being here.
No problem.
I know it's the beginning of 2020, but you have been waiting for this time for like 2 years now.
Yep.
From the moment I mentioned that I was doing the show, you were like, "Do you have Clone High?" I said, "Yes, sign me up for it." And I was like, "Okay."
It's a great show. I was looking forward to it. I looked at all the things, and I mean, there's tons of stuff that, like, there's great stuff already on your list that's gone through, but like a lot of other people can comment about it and say smarter stuff than I can about it. But like this show, I feel like it's where I lived.
So you lived in these 13 episodes for a very long time, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
I too have rewatched this series a substantial amount of times, which was kind of easy to do, especially when it was on TV, because they would just repeat it like every 2 weeks, pretty much. It was the show kind of just replayed. And then I got the DVD and I watched it some more. I don't like...
Right.
Yeah. And I was very surprised. I actually haven't watched this in at least 2 years. And I'm still surprised at how much I remember from it. Like, all the dialogue, all the stories, all the kind of stuff. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's so memorable for whatever it just like was in that exact, like, I was at the right age, hit it at the right time, and it just, like, everybody at school was quoting it, like, whatever. By everybody, I mean, like, the 3 nerds I hung out with.
Yes. Because you said everybody, and it was like, everybody?
Yeah.
Sure? I don't know about that.
Yeah. But I'm including myself in those nerds, obviously.
Of course, yes.
But yeah, it was just, it's really funny. And it obviously, now looking back at, like, all the stuff Phil Lord and Chris Miller have done since then, you can be like, oh, right, they were actual geniuses, like, throwing this goofy thing together.
Honestly, I didn't know they did this show. Really? I didn't really actually pay that much attention to creators and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not something you do when you're just watching a show, you know? Sure, you could, like, I pick up, like, people's names here and there. I'm like, oh, that sounds like, you know, Will Forte, and this sounds like this person. And you're like, fine, but I'm not like, who created this show? Well, I didn't do any research on it back in the day. Yeah. Now I'm just like, I was looking up all this stuff about it, and I was like, oh my god, really?
Yeah. Yes. It's got this weird, like, excellent pedigree. It's but like, when I watched it the first time, obviously I didn't know who they were, and I didn't really pay attention, and I still generally don't pay too much attention to creators, but them specifically, because, like, I like everything that they do. Yes. And so like, when buzz started coming out that like 21 Jump Street, which, like, seemed like such a dumb idea to reboot.
It really did, actually.
Suddenly people were like, it's actually kind of good, and we don't know why. And then it's like, oh, it's the Clone High people. Huh, that's weird. And then the Lego movie came along, and it was like...
it was so good. Nobody understood. It was like, how are you going to make a movie about Legos? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then they did it.
Right. And they've done, like, so much stuff since then because of that. And so, like, now pretty much anything they touch, I'm like, I'll probably like it. Because no matter what it is, like, they're going to do something interesting with it.
What was it? Was it the Solo movie they got kicked off of?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was one of whichever Star Wars movie they were supposed to do but didn't end up doing.
Yeah.
I really would have loved to have seen whatever their finished product was. I think it would have been... I mean, I think they got kicked off because the movie went too far away from Star Wars.
Yeah.
But at the same time, whatever they would have done would have been amazing.
Right.
You just would have loved it.
Yeah. I think it would have been really cool. But I like watching their stuff where they've just been given, like, here's some stuff we don't know what to do with. Like, make of it what you can. So, like, here's a bunch of rope. And, you know.
And then make, like, an amazing film about this piece of rope. And you're just like, why is this so good?
Sure. Yeah. It's like, the Lego movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yep.
Is like, so. Like,
it is... I think my main reason for loving that movie is just all the puns, both of them.
Yeah.
They're just great. I can't help it.
They like don't... They don't shy away from doing the dumbest humor, which is in this show a lot.
Yes.
Like,
a lot.
The number of times, like JFK, at least for the first half of the season, is like a one-note character where he just like leans in and does his one like, hey,
and then goes back out.
Right, like by blank, I mean sex. Like, you know, like that's his one joke for like half this show. But,
it's true.
But like. And then he's like explaining the joke to people. It's just
actually my favorite one by him is the what is it? I'm doing Catherine the Great, or should I say Catherine the So-So?
Yeah.
I laughed for like 5 minutes.
That's where you are with your comedic.
It was just so funny though. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's just all the characters are hilarious. Just the storylines are just wackadoodle, and you're just like, I'm okay with all of it, but you're okay with all of it.
Yeah.
And because it's such a heavy satire of 90s teen dramas as well. And what's that? Every time they're sad, they lift their hands.
Yeah.
You're just like, what is going on?
Yeah, especially
but I get it.
At the end of the opening credits, they just all do that. Like if you got the DVD or the whatever the extended opening is. But it's that just like and their like pupils go huge and they just lift up their hands and they're just like
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Like the heartfelt delivery of Gandhi saying like, do you remember in that movie American Pie where he had sex with a pie? Because I don't. And it's supposed to be
because I fell asleep.
Exactly. It's like this whole it's set up and framed and delivered like this like confessional, and it's just
it's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I was actually a problem with my DVDs right now. I realized like the life expectancy of a DVD is 15 to 20 years if they're kept in good condition, which I have been. But obviously some of my DVDs are old and I'm having problems playing some of them. It's very upsetting to me.
Oh no.
And one of them is the one disc of this. The first disc has 4 episodes on it.
Yeah.
It probably took me 3-4 hours to watch them simply because it's stop go.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But the second disc played just fine. That had most of the episodes, so it was okay. But but the problem with that is I didn't get to watch all the like special features on the first disc and all that kind of stuff that had all the interesting things on it.
Right. Okay.
Which kind of sucks, but
yeah. I haven't watched any special features about this, so I don't even know what's available.
Well, on the second disc, the special feature was. You got to see, what is it? I think it's Phil Lord does Scudworth, right?
Yeah.
And then you got to see Chris Miller do Mr. B. Whichever one it is,
I think it's the other way around.
It's the other way around?
But,
then there was a scene with the executive producer in a hot tub.
Okay.
And then there was, you know how there's that one episode with the raisins and Gandhi gets eaten by a real cat? Yeah. They showed how they got the footage for the real cat. It's literally just seeing a cat play on the ground for a while. I was like, oh, that's cute. Yeah. And that's the special features that I got to watch. It's great.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're like 30 seconds each.
Right. Is that the? You got the DVD here. Is the executive producer Lawrence or whatever his name is?
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yes.
So he created
Bill Lawrence.
Bill Lawrence, yeah. He created Scrubs.
Yes, when I found that out, I was like, that explains so much based on the voice cast. Right. Because they had Donald Faison was on there. I had a list somewhere that I don't know where it is.
I also have the list. Okay. So Donald Faison, Sarah Chalk, and Zach Braff are the
Extreme Blue marketing team.
Yes.
And then Neil...
Well, tell you the truth, Donald Faison does the voice of every black person on the show.
Yeah. Well,
which I thought was hilarious.
They've got a black actor. Why would they need a second one?
He does Toots. He does the Peanut. He does Carver. He does the Extreme Guy. He does... There's like 6 more. The guy in prison.
Mm-hmm.
He does the gay father of JFK. Yes. It's all of the black people on the show he does. And I thought that was hilarious because his list of characters is ridiculously long.
Right, yeah. And you can hear him in each of the characters.
Well, honestly, until I was looking up who does the voices, I was like, oh, that is Donald Faison. And then I couldn't help but hear him.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just like, oh my god, okay, yes, that's all I'm hearing right now.
Yeah. And then Neil Flynn, who's the janitor in Scrubs, is the janitor in the Litter Kills episode.
That's the only episode that has a warning at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I was like, why? And then they showed how Ponce dies, and I was like, oh yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, there's so much good to it as violence. Even though I remembered that, I was like, oh, it's like the Snowflake Day episode where it's just, why does my mouth keep getting cut? Why is that a recurring joke?
I cringed so much in that episode because of that. I was just like,
the cheek just flapping in the wind while he talks.
Or when he bit into the glass and everything just like came out of his cheeks. I was like, oh my god, no.
We eat our mistakes here.
But that's a glass. He's like, we eat our mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, just a couple more Scrubs things because Christa Miller, so
she voices Cleopatra. She is Dr. Cox's ex-wife or something. She's Jordan, I think. Is
Jordan's the name on the show. Yeah, and she was on like she's been on like Cougar Town. She was also on Drew Carey's show. Yeah. She's been around for a while.
Yeah, and I think Bill Lawrence also co-created Cougar Town, so it's all
I wouldn't be surprised.
Mess.
Yeah. He did Spin City and Scrubs because those are the two shows he mentioned specifically in the DVD thing.
Right. Cougar
I didn't
Town
actually
might be later than the DVDs were created.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes.
The only thing I know about Cougar Town is what I learned from watching Community, where they reference Cougar Town.
Mind you, so you know the episode where Abed wins thing to be on Cougar Town?
Yes.
He shows up on Cougar Town.
I know.
And it's fantastic. Because then he comes back the next episode, he's like, I don't know, I got really freaked out and I ran off of set. And they show that in the show, and it's hilarious. It's really, really funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I
actually didn't think they were going to do it, like the crossover. Oh, but they did it, and they did it beautifully.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And who else do we have here?
Just more Scrubs overlap, or
Sarah Chalke is in it too.
Yeah,
she does Marie Antoinette.
Yes, and then John C. McGinley is the creepy trucker for the SAT episode, or PXJTs. I mean
PXJTs. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
But then we also have a whole bunch of people from like Mad TV.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got Michael McDonald, who does Gandhi. He did his most famous character was Stuart.
Okay.
On Mad TV. I guess you didn't watch Mad TV.
I didn't.
Didn't watch Mad TV.
No.
Okay. I'll have to find some clips and throw it on the website.
Yeah.
Nicole Sullivan. I can't say Sullivan for some reason right now. She did Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
She was also on Mad TV. And Deborah Wilson. She did Eva Perón. Who says like 3 words in like 4 episodes altogether. And is anybody else there?
Was Will Forte on Mad TV at all, or was he just SNL?
He was SNL.
Yeah.
But then you have also like a whole bunch of people who played themselves, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Oh,
cameos are so good.
Sorry, Andy Dick did a whole bunch of voices as well.
Yeah, including Mr. Sheepman.
Yes. I love Mr. Sheepman. He's like, it's hot in here, I gotta take off my shirt, and he just starts shaving his chest. We're like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Spontaneously eating things in the classroom.
I was happy to say I don't know who Ashley Angel is, so I'm fine with that.
It's from O-Town.
Yeah. Did you get the Michael J. Fox
yes,
cameo?
the kid me?
Yeah.
That's the famous...
It's like half a... I miss him. That's it. That's it.
What I couldn't find was later in this series, they also do like a cut into Abe's heart screaming.
Yeah.
But I couldn't, even on the terribly disappointing fan wiki was there. I couldn't find who voiced the heart.
The heart scream.
So.
It's probably just some random person like, you can scream, right?
Yeah,
scream.
Yeah. But
do it.
I was wondering if it was like some random big celebrity.
I know, that would have been amazing.
Since they did do the kidney, like Michael J.
Yeah, they have like 5 people listed doing the voices on that show.
Yeah, and I freeze frame the credits, and it's just like voices by
these people, right? It doesn't actually say who they are. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it probably was just a regular. Yeah, the cameos were
amazing,
really good.
What was with the homeless Mandy Moore thing? Like, I didn't understand that at all.
I didn't either, except it was just bizarre and wacky enough that I'm like, that whole episode's a mess.
And who else we got?
That's the one where they have this claymation stop motion break with the Snowflake Day special.
Yes.
Yeah. With Dradelstein and Santa Claus and King Kwanzaa are made to walk the plank.
Yes. That whole thing was just, I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're just making fun of how random all religious holidays actually are if you think about them too much.
I think they were just, they turned up the insanity even a little bit higher than this show.
Yeah.
Because that's the one where, the eating the glass, just the mouth cutting.
There were just so many painful things about that episode. Yeah. Just so painful.
Yeah.
Who else we got? We got Marilyn Manson played himself as well.
Yes.
I like his Food Pyramid song personally. I like that one a lot. Yeah.
Also, it really shocks me to hear that the 5 to 7 servings of
what
grains,
is it?
And I'm just like, no wonder everyone's fat. You can't eat
You're doing it wrong.
I'm not against carbs or anything, but come on.
Because I was looking at that and I was like, wait, didn't they say that's wrong now?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Really should look that up. Be like, what shape is the food thing now?
Yeah.
Is it a obelisk?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
the fourth
rhombus?
Four-dimensional hypercube of proper nutrition.
Oh my god, yes.
And there's Luke Perry being Ponce is amazing.
Yes, is amazing.
John Stamos in the end
played it. I didn't realize he actually played himself on that until I looked it up. I was like, oh, it is actually you. That's weird.
Turns out he's just a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I just watched that episode 2 hours ago.
Tom Green played himself as well.
Right.
Jack Black showed up as Larry Hardcore on my favorite episode.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Joe Flaherty plays Abe's dad. Foster dad, I should say.
Yeah. Really creepy. Telling him to have sex.
Really creepy. Yeah. Yeah, but those are all of the big names, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, Phil Lord did Cinnamon J. Scudworth. I love the fact that his first name is Cinnamon. It's great.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Did he also do JFK?
No.
Or did JFK or Millen did JFK?
Let's see. Phil Lord did Scudworth and Genghis Khan.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Miller did JFK and Butlertron.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. That's hilarious. Yeah, when, the Scudworth stuff is just so over the top, and, he shrieks so often.
I love him just yelling, what is Stamos for, half an episode?
Yeah.
Stamos!
Yeah, that whole...
It's awesome.
When he's on the floor screaming about, how his life is falling apart, his, apartment's a mess, he can never remember his Subway club card, and then he blames it all.
He's like, I want a free sandwich.
Yeah, it's, shockingly emotionally resonant.
It is.
My whole life is falling apart. I can't even remember the stupid thing.
This stupid card is all Stamos' fault.
Yeah. Well, because he started by winning the prom king.
Yes.
He just
a downward spiral from that point on. It's all his fault.
It's the one thing that caused
Agreed. Agreed.
So you said that the Raising the Stakes episode with Jack Black is your favorite one?
It is. It's a really
good one.
It's just the general rock opera, beginning to end. You're just like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And then Gandhi's side quest, by the honky horn. Yes. And the stereotypical Australian dragon.
Yes.
Vegemite is disgusting. I don't know why people eat it. It's very gross.
But the Australians push it on them, and so he was able to get past.
It's just salty. It's weird. Have you never had Vegemite?
I've never. Well,
Vegemite.
Every time
my Australian accent, I don't know.
Somebody brings it up, they're like, "Oh, it's terrible." I'm like, "Okay, I won't try it." There's many other food products.
You have to try everything at least once in your life.
I don't think that's true.
Well, not everything.
Yeah, human flesh, probably I'm not going to get around to.
Apparently it tastes like pork, so you're good. You've already tried some.
There you go. Yeah. So I'll just have some pork then. Why would I have to try human flesh?
I wonder if that's why bacon is so popular these days. People are just hungering for human flesh, and they're just possible. This will satisfy me.
Right.
Yes. And sorry, I only know that because I watched a video about it. And why was I watching a video? It was on Vsauce. I don't know. Okay. He just did one.
On cannibalism.
Yes.
And it's linked to bacon.
Wait, was it cannibalism or was it? It was just on. No, but it was a while ago, and it was just on like. I think it was just like, what do people taste like is pretty much what it was. And of course that goes into cannibalism and instances in our modern culture about it and like the history of it and whatever. But there was, it was in the 1800s, there was like a scientist who was studying like anthropology or something. And he was like in a tribe, like a cannibal tribe.
Okay.
He got welcomed by them and he was there with them. And of course, to be one of them, you have to eat the thing. So he did. And he's like, the closest description is pork. Is pretty much what it says.
Right.
So yeah, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah. So you're welcome, guys.
There we go.
But also that shouldn't be surprising because a lot of tests on medicines and stuff are done on pigs because apparently their system is very close to ours and the reactions and stuff.
So that means the taste is it?
Maybe.
Sounds plausible.
Sounds totally plausible.
Yeah.
It's getting into a dark place. It's fine. Yeah. So let's get off of cannibalism and go back to cloning.
Yeah. Yes. So let's see. The segue maybe is the election episode where as part of the smear campaign that Joan engineers is that they make Abe look like a baby eater.
But it's because he's never come out and said he doesn't eat
exactly
babies.
There we go. Yeah. Segued from cannibalism back to Clone High.
Done.
Totally natural. This is the kind of high quality content your listeners are expecting, and so I think that's helpful.
And I love the fact that Abe's not like upset about it. He's just more like, who gave him my spaghetti eating video?
Yeah. Well,
I love it.
He's got a mental block against being a leader for some reason.
Even though everywhere he goes, there's a picture of him getting like shot in the background somewhere.
Yeah. There's a lot of like jokes, like dark jokes about the assassinations, like the nothing bad ever happens to a Kennedy, or like I'm a Kennedy, I'm not accustomed to tragedy.
Or who is it? It's somebody's asking somebody to the prom and she gets her head cut off.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette and Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn, yes, that's what it was. I was like, who was in the helicopter though? I couldn't remember who it was.
No, I think it's just a generic dude.
No, I think he was like a character of some sort. Okay. Yes. Yeah. But I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing with Van Gogh sitting in his room calling the hotline.
Yes.
And his room is his painting.
Yeah.
His ears already cut off, and you're just like, it's so dark. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So the rock opera is your favorite episode. So like Jack Black, them like doing their drug awareness episode, except
on raisins.
Yeah, except that like they get around it by getting all the parents high, and I don't know, it's really
because it's not cool anymore, so kids don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So then they all switch to cocaine, I think, at the end.
Some of them do.
Yes.
I think not all. But
I don't know.
Let's smoke crack instead.
I think the thing about that episode that makes me like it the most is the fact that it's super ridiculous and it's just fun, you know? Yeah. And also the songs that are in it are awesome. Right. They're just amazing songs. Like, they're just well done. They're probably written by Jack Black. I wouldn't be surprised. I couldn't find information on it. But I would not be surprised if they're written by him. Yeah. Because they also do have a secret love for Tenacious D. Yeah. And because their stuff is amazing. Mm-hmm. Also, Wonder Boy is my favorite song by them because it's so, like, big. Right. It's epic. It's like, it's big and it's like, it actually a good song. And, it is. And these songs in the rock opera are actually, like, catchy, but they're also goofy. Like, it's a good mix of, like, somebody who actually knows how to make an excellent song. Because the problem is if you actually sit and listen to the lyrics, you're like, what nonsense am I listening to? It's so good. But then you listen to the actual music of it and everything and how it's structured and put together. Yeah. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah. You can't go wrong with it. Yeah. Love it. It's fantastic. I love it. And he's so good in that thing. And then the fact that it's all a conspiracy to, like promote raisins, like sell raisins to kids. Because he opened for the California Raisins at some point in time. Yeah. It's just like the most nonsense like justification for that storyline ever. It's fantastic. I don't know if that's my favorite episode, but it's definitely like it's such a unique episode. Like because of the music. Which one do you think is your favorite episode? I have a hard time. I think it would depend on which how I'm feeling. Like, I really like the film festival one where they keep flipping the Did you see what they did to the pool? Yeah, they flipped the bitch. Exactly. I love it. And then Litter Kills. I think might also be like up there for my because they redo the theme song in Litter Kills so that it's like all super sad and histrionic. It's like. You guys, don't litter. Yeah. I love it. And the whole thing, the worst part is the part of like the funeral and JFK like gets into the coffin and he falls out. You realize he stole his friend's pants and you're just like, what is going on? Yeah. What is happening? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, by the end of the series, like, JFK is just, like, this insane, emotional, like, wreck where, like, he's just, like, he's talking to himself in the mirror, making a bet with himself. He's just, like, he just gets freaked out. He's so weird. Yeah. They made him so weird. Yeah. Especially the, now I forgot which one it was. I was going to make a reference to. Oh, it's the one where John Dark comes to school. Yep. And he's all just like, ooh, a new lady. And turns around, it's a man, and he's very confused about his feelings. Right. And you're just like, oh my God. Yeah, and he goes and talks to his dads. And he's like, can I watch Will and Grace with you? Right. And then at the end, he's like, who needs Will and Grace? I'm going to Dharma and Greg. And you're just like, oh my God, I get it. It's funny. But there's a lot of jokes in this show that a lot of people now wouldn't get because they're so specific. Very 2000s. Yes, because people will be like, what the hell is Dharma and Greg? Oh, trust me. Right. You need to know. Right, and also like Dawson's Creek and stuff, that show, that genre is not like owning TV the way it did when this is not parodying stuff that's on TV now anymore. No, right? It's not, no. Because even with campy shows like oh my God, what's the Archie one? Riverdale. Yeah. Then you have like that. There's just so many random ones out there, but they're done very differently than how they used to be done in the 90s. Yeah. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but definitely the melodrama is reduced. Yeah, and it's different. It's not about high school teen drama specifically. It's usually about people that are just outside of high school. Like, they just graduated and they're doing, like, that transition into, like, being an adult. Right. But a lot of them are there. Riverdale, like, has actual, like, murder subplots and stuff like that. Like, there's stuff going on instead of just being, like, I don't know what. Regular teenager Dawson's stuff? Creek, so, yeah. I never watched Dawson's Creek either. Or 90210. Yeah. So, yeah. But, I mean, it was there. I watched My So-Called Life. I did watch that one. But there was definitely no murder subplots or anything in there. Right. And nobody turned out to be a vampire, and nobody had magical powers, and, you know, there's...
What are you even watching this show for?
I don't even know.
There's no magical vampires.
Yeah. Well, because there's actually a new show for Nancy Drew, but for some reason there's ghosts in it, and I was very confused.
Oh, like actual ghosts, not like
mask
ghosts?
Apparently they're supposed to be actual ghosts, and I was
strange.
What? That Nancy Drew just solves crimes.
Yeah, like Sabrina, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm just very confused. Whatever. And they're also bringing back all these shows, so... they also brought back Charmed the other day, and I was like, why? Just do something else, guys.
Spaghetti wall.
Yeah. They're bringing back Mad About You, and I'm like, why? I know that's not the same genre, but still, why are you bringing this back? It's been done. Yeah. I guess because they realized, you know, it worked for Will and Grace. They got their audience back, so they're like, here's a couple more things. Whatever. Cool. I think it's a waste of time and pointless. Yeah. They need to stop doing it. Give me something new. Give me good content. I'll watch it. It doesn't even have to be that good. Just, you know, entertaining in some level.
Sure.
Yeah.
Picard's coming up.
Yeah, well, I'm going to watch the shit on that. Yeah. And I'm going to begrudgingly continue to watch Discovery, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's a real hate watch for you at this point.
Oh, yeah. I spend most of the episodes just screaming at them. I'm like, that can't be. That doesn't make any sense. This doesn't exist. No. Okay. I'm gonna not yell about Star Trek right now. It's not a thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we don't. I certainly I can't do the Sean thing and get a Star Trek link to Clone High. Is there one? Do you know of one?
Do I know of one? Oh, that's a good question, actually. No, hold on.
Okay.
There probably is one.
It seems like it wouldn't be impossible.
No.
A lot of people, early 2000s, I think Voyager and DS9 were still in here, maybe?
Yes, they would have been.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these people were ever on an episode of, based on the list that's here.
Yeah. So I was going through and watching for all the dolphins, which is a recurring background
there
joke.
There are a lot of dolphins
in that, and they also show up in other lore, Phil Lord and Chris Miller works. I watched the Lego Movie yesterday, and not only is Abe Lincoln has a line and is a master builder and is voiced by Will Forte, but there's also a dolphin noise in the background. Yeah.
Okay, that's a direct quote.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah. And then they also have the Channing Tatum and
is Green Lantern and Superman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. From 21 Jump Street. Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yes.
Jonah Hill, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. So they just like to reference all of their old stuff over and over.
I gotta see now. That's just an excuse for me to watch Lego Movie again. Yeah. So I'm okay with that.
That's a great thing.
Also, I really enjoyed Lego Movie 2 as well. I
have not seen it. I'm probably gonna watch it when I go home today.
Okay. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. I actually put it off. I purposely didn't see it in the theater, and I put it off for a long time because it's I may not like it.
Right.
Because I saw the Lego Batman movie, and I was very meh about it.
I really like the Lego Batman movie, but...
Yes. I was very meh about it. But Lego Movie 2, solid.
Nice.
Love it.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, they have a way of, I don't know, dealing with this kind of stuff.
They do. But one of the things that makes it work is the fact that they build this Lego world and they have the Lego world existing for a reason, but they also connect it to the quote unquote real world.
Yeah.
And then you understand the story just a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, and also they're even though they're being totally goofy in whatever they're doing, whether it's Clone High or Lego or Cloudy, is the characters and emotions are kind of come from a place of reality and sympathy, even in this totally bizarre cartoon, you're you can kind of identify with these characters,
all of them.
The stuff, even though they're parodying the shows that are trying to make you identify with the I don't know, it's this whole
but you still end up liking the characters because it's written so well.
Yeah, but that's whatever wackiness they come up with and whatever property they're working with, it comes from there's still this core of emotional stuff that you can be like, it makes sense. Like, I can sympathize with these characters. So like when the Lego movie turns out like there is a real world there, like or you know, whatever. Scudworth is having his breakdown. He can't remember his goddamn subway card. Yeah. It's like, you're like, I know that.
I feel that emotion. I understand what you're talking about. Yeah.
I've had that breakdown where like you're like, why can't like I get a basic life function together and be an adult for 10 minutes? I am such a anyway, it's good.
Yeah, I think that's most people will feel a connection to that for sure. You know, they probably won't react the same way. You know, get a ruffled shirt with a fabulous cravat on the front and
stab Stamos in the eye.
Face with a golden crown for sure. So and then also bathe in his blood technically. It's fine. But
his giddy like excitement and like trying to give his like prom king acceptance speech while the blood pours out. It's just like that's peak comedy for me. Is that it's like
it's dark, it's twisted, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. And it's just like
for sure.
Like just the total goofiness of playing the violence so over the top.
Well, that's true. Like the violence in the show, or like when something actually happens in the show, it goes from 0 to 100 in like a millisecond and back, and you're just like, "Whoa, what just happened?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like it starts with I think at least it starts with Gandhi jumping out of the window in the first episode, and then you just hear like, "I can see my bone." It's not even on screen.
You're just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yes. It's beautiful, wonderful things like that, for sure. And then there's the whole like Geshi.
Yes.
And they like unzip his chest and it's like everything comes out and I'm like, oh my god. And they're like, oh, he's genetically engineered. And they're like, what's more frightening? He's genetically engineered with a zipper.
Yeah.
That is really creepy, actually, if you think about it. You're just easy access to your organs.
Right. And then he, like, when they release Geshi, he just goes around on a murder spree killing all the animals.
Candy!
Yeah.
Bites off a head. It's just like, oh, wow.
He peels the skin off the face of a moose or a deer or something. Like, he just, like, it just peels off the moose is there blinking. Oh. It's really good.
And Gandhi whistles as he walks away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Geshi shows up again at the end of the litter episode when JFK uses his magical powers
to get all the
summon
animals.
the animals to help.
One of my questions was, when did JFK get Dr. Doolittle powers?
I mean, that's why they elected him president, I thought.
Oh.
I'm a little behind on my history.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
You're very behind on your history. Okay. Sure. I mean, nobody could disprove that he didn't talk to animals.
Exactly.
So we'll accept it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. No, that's another just like totally bizarre where he's just
like,
what? It's so cute to watch the little hedgehogs like roll themselves into balls and then like use their spikes to pick up the
garbage. Then there was a unicorn for some reason that picked up garbage as well. There was a whale.
Mm-hmm. And a dolphin.
It's
the dolphin noise. It's in most episodes.
At some point in time.
And the wiki was not helpful in finding if there was a dolphin in 3 of the episodes.
Which ones?
A Room of One's Clone, the pilot, and ADD. I couldn't find any.
A Room of Your Clone? Isn't that the one where...
That's the flood, the Storms of Bruin.
That's the Storms of Bruin one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I don't know.
I really hope everybody who is listening to this has watched the show, because
they'll be so confused.
Yeah.
They're just like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
Personally, just go listen to the theme song. It gets you right up to date.
Yeah.
You know?
The music is like way too good. I know it's an MTV show.
Yeah.
And also, thankfully, like for an MTV show, it the music was actually cleared for the DVD, unlike Daria and all the other stuff.
Yeah, but I think because most of the music for this was original, right? Yeah. So the theme song and most of the show music was done by a band called Abandoned Pools.
Yes.
And then every other music in there was no actual like modern music in there.
Right.
I know they did redo a couple songs to sound like other things, but yeah, everything was original on the show, so that's probably why they got cleared for it.
Yeah. But it's just it's like that they were doing original shows, and then that the music is so good.
It is really good.
Like how the talent, well, and same with the cameos, right? Like it's just amazing how much talent.
And the people they got to do it, I was just like, really?
Yeah.
You got these people to do this for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, at that point in time, I guess, with Bill Lawrence coming from where he was, he had access to the talent. He was just like, why not use my, connections to just get people in here and do whatever, right? Yeah. And they probably had a great time doing this because it was hilarious.
Yeah. And to go back to the Scrubs thing for a second, is that apparently for a long time, the writer's room for this show would hang out in the psych ward in the empty hospital that they shot Scrubs in. So that's why they could they made a set up a writer's room there, so they could literally just be like, hey, they're upstairs. Do you want to come down and record like a funny voice for us?
Like, and they're probably like, oh, okay, and they just came downstairs.
And they had tons of like cameos and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
so,
well, because for sure Michael J. Fox did a cameo on there. To me, that was the day he was there. He's like, I miss him. Yeah. Okay, you can go now. Thanks.
Right.
That was it. That's all you needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else would have been on Scrubs? I think Andy Dick was on an episode of Scrubs, or a couple of them. That's all I can remember off the top of my head for now. Yes.
But I don't know what else. Let's see. There's the Dolphins written down here. Picking up the garbage, and then the they're able to bring the storylines together with the prison storyline. All the convicts show up again.
Yes.
And help pick up the litter, despite the fact.
I must admit, I was really disturbed at the scene where they met Gandhi in the shower.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I know the joke, and I know where it was supposed to go, but just the fact that they were all naked and all their junk had to be blurred out, and I was just like, that was one step a little too far for my liking. It's just like,
especially the size difference.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also the high fives under the desk were really funny to me as well.
Yeah. Is now a good time to talk about the fact that there was a hunger strike to protesting this show for its portrayal of Gandhi?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did not know about that.
Yeah.
Go on, tell us about it. Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, it actually started not for this show, where just some 2-minute Wikipedia reading, but there was a depiction of Gandhi and Maxim that got a bunch of press. That it was a negative thing, him getting beaten up or something.
Okay.
In a cartoon, and so that made a ton of people, especially in India, super mad. Obviously, they take Gandhi pretty seriously, and then so there was already this controversy going on about people not respecting Gandhi, and then this show came out, and people people in Parliament, the Indian Parliament, apparently went on symbolic hunger strikes protesting this show. There was protests outside the Viacom offices.
Oh my god!
So yeah, I think I saw that MTV didn't even finish airing the full season. They were just this is the ratings aren't good.
So take it off. Yeah, because originally I don't remember ever seeing the Christmas special on TV.
Right.
Until they brought it back to Teletoon, and then they showed the show again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's possible. But I also think that's hilarious because they obviously didn't pay attention to what the show was.
Right.
So I mean, but you know what? People get up in arms about things really quickly and really easily without actually paying attention to what the thing is.
Context.
Yeah. I'm actually, if you pay attention to what it is, there's nothing to be offended by. Technically, I mean, Gandhi is a hyperactive kid who was raised by Jewish parents in this.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. He's a gang member. You don't need his parents. I don't know. But he's very much into shop.
Or is he just Hispanic?
Am I being racist? Is that what I'm doing? I might be.
I'm gonna let the listeners decide on that
one. You got Buddha's in there, but he doesn't really talk or say anything. I guess that makes sense.
Muhammad. is not in there, but Moses is.
Moses is, yes, he is.
He's on the
he's a nerd, though. He's in the nerd group. Yeah.
He's in the debate or the conflict resolution thing.
Yes.
He's opposed to ham and cheese sandwiches for lunch.
And he passes the egg to Martin Luther King Jr. Yes.
Learns to be more tolerant of lactose.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they make fun of all of the religions and all of the historical people and whatever. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Back in the 1980s, secret government employees dug up famous guys and ladies and made music genetic copies.
Yeah.
So it's not really them. They're genetic copies, guys.
I did see a snippet of an interview, though, with Bill Lawrence, who was basically like, it didn't need to be Gandhi. Like, we were dumb writers in the writers' room. Like, none of us actually knew much about who Gandhi was as a person. So, like we could have workshopped that and found somebody else who would fill the exact same, like, slot. It didn't need to be somebody who's, like, built into, like, the founding of an independent nation.
That's true.
Like, within living memory of, like, a lot of people.
Oh, and I'm glad they did it, because then they wouldn't have had black and tan, so then that would have sucked.
That would have been cultural.
What do you say? It's fine.
What's it going to be called? Black and tan? Black and tan! I'll never guess what it's going to be called. Yeah.
I love it.
I could basically just spend an hour doing my favorite quotes from
it's so easy. It's so easy. Do you want to just go through the episodes?
Yeah.
Also, I realized their episode titles are incredibly long and they're all two-parters. And I was like, why is this happening?
Because they all have, like, horrible colons in them to, like, explain, like, subtitles.
What it is. And I was just like, is this necessary?
They're all named, like Scudworth's, like, high school essay style titling convention.
Yes.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Escape to Beer Mountain, a rope of sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Yeah. But yes, I do enjoy that episode.
Yeah.
It's great.
The fact that the cop shows up and he's like, well, there's only room for two kids in my cop car. The rest of you are free to go. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. I do like the cop in it. He's great.
And that's where they have to, the pilot, they have to introduce all the characters.
Mm-hmm. And they did a really good job at it.
Yeah.
But I must admit, like, right from the beginning of the episode, so much happens in, like, the first, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there going, oh, yeah, the show is fast. I forgot about that part.
Right.
Like, how quick it is. Like, every 3 seconds, there's totally a joke happening. Something visual, something being said, and you're just like, oh, my God, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like and most of the TV shows that I have been on the show so far, my notes degrade into just the title of the episode and just like one significant line from the episode. I'm like, I can't type fast enough to like take notes on this. It's just not gonna work. Yeah. So
to capture like just the kind of machine gun jokes of it. Yeah. That's where your JFK quote. Captain the So-So comes from. That's basically how they introduce him. Isn't it?
No, that's the movie episode. No, that's the movie episode.
You're right.
That's the movie episode. Because he's on the casting couch.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, he is mostly a sexual predator. But
he is, and it's very, very creepy.
Seems generally people are okay with it. But,
yeah.
It's...
But he's a Kennedy. Nothing bad ever happens to a Kennedy.
Exactly. Okay. Should we move on to episode 2, Election Boogaloo?
For some reason, I have a note for episode 1. It just says, but where can I find the most? -hilarious. I don't know what that is.
Where can I find the mist? Because
oh my God! Yes. Okay. I wrote it down wrong. Okay.
Has to write a.
That's right.
He's gonna write the essay because he's assigned to by the board of shadowy figures.
Yes.
And so he's like, I will be. It's not Jane Goodall, it's somebody else.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and they will be my gorillas.
Yeah, but now yes, that's what it is. Okay, I just wrote it down wrong. Okay. Yeah. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh my God, I got the joke. Yes.
Yeah, and then that's followed up by like
JFK immediately going on the PA system, being like, "There's gonna be a kegger at his house, students only." Then she dresses up as Clone E McStudent, which is amazing.
They walk in and they would like to raise the roof.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
All the nonsense about Abe trying to get Genghis Khan to buy beer, which is even funnier when you're like, he's supposed to be honest Abe, so he's trying to like
do something dishonest.
Yeah, you can't.
But in the end, he does something honest.
Yeah.
Which is buy non-alcoholic beer, and everybody else acts like assholes.
Yeah, I still like Gandhi's suggestion, which was that to say that JFK heard him wrong and that he was going to bring the beards.
And they do the flash like great beards.
Yeah. If you think about it, it would still be a pretty sweet party.
It's so random. I love it.
It is really good.
Yeah. All right. Election blue galoo.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I mean,
blue house paint and pancake batter.
Yeah.
Yep. And the fact that there's an election and nobody from a school full of cloned like world leaders wants
to be a world leader.
Yeah.
Yes. Or a school leader, I should say. And the dog wins at the end. Yes. The random dog.
Yeah. Though JFK was doing really well just describing his workout routine.
I love this, like, Scudworth gets rich, and he's like, I've watched the first 2/3 of the MC Hammer behind the music.
Yes.
It's great.
And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the money never runs out.
Yeah. Do they don't still do behind the music things, do they?
I don't think so, but...
That was a good era.
Yeah.
That and Papa Video, loved it.
You feel you're getting the inside track.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm getting the down low on things. It's hilarious.
Yeah. And the in that episode, the dolphin's in the crocodile tank that Abe is going to.
Oh, that's right.
Jump over
on his head.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes. Which the real Abe Lincoln would have done had he the tools to do so. Yeah. Rocket powered skateboard. Oh man.
And what else did I say? Oh, I would let the dog be president was also one of my notes. Dog's adorable.
Yeah. Though I was deeply unsettled by Cleo hitting on the dog.
Yeah, which was really creepy.
Yeah.
And like, you've gone a step too far with that one.
Right.
Yeah. There's a certain line most people don't cross. Apparently, that's bestiality.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
The general... They go out of their way to make all the kissing in the entire series
so disgusting.
It's so gross.
You're just
just the mouth noises, yes. And then the fact that you're just seeing the tongues. This is actually probably anyway. Let's use this as a transition for the kissing booth in the ADD episode, because it's just like the horrible noises, the way that they draw the tongue.
Yeah,
is just,
I really thought it was just. When I was watching, I was just like, why is this making me feel so gross?
Right.
Like, it's disgusting sounding. Like, it's just so wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad it's not just me.
No.
They did that on purpose.
I know it was definitely me too, but also I was watching. With Leah, who had seen the show before, but not like watched it religiously like I did, and she was just like, "Oh, I forgot how gross all of this is," and was just like deeply unsettled by every time it comes up, and it comes up a lot. A lot. Yeah. I wonder if they just have the same sound cue, or if they like. I'd be interested to know how they.
I'm pretty sure it's the same sound cue for all of them.
What did they make?
Yeah.
How did they make that?
It's like 6 minutes long. They just like cut different parts of it. You're like,
It's like weird, moist noises. It's not good.
Yeah, they got super like, I'm gonna say visceral with some of their Foley in the show.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely like a few things where you're just like, no, you've just done it. Like, this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
You know, because like even with the Geshy thing where it like slurps off the skin,
yep.
It's got that sound and you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Or like when Stamos gets stabbed in the eye, it's got like the squish and you're just like, oh my god. a couple of times they just got me. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they just turned it up a little too much on the insanity, which again is just like what they're doing in the show in general, which is fantastic.
It's just part of everything.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, episode 3 was ADD, the last day of the... What? The last D is for disorder.
Yeah.
Apparently my autocorrect is doing weird things.
But then that's their like clearly aping the like all the AIDS very special episodes and various things, and, like talking about.
Or is it just like a? Well, no, yeah, they
are like, oh, you get it from toilet seats, and everybody's like ostracizing him and putting him behind a moat.
But is it also still masking the like? There's definitely still a. What's the word? Like people don't want to talk about mental disorders because it's not taboo, but.
Oh, like starting conversations and like.
Yeah, but people are still. Oh, stigma. That's the word I'm looking for. Because there's still a stigma about it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I know they're technically making fun of other things from like the early 2000s, but I'm like, that's still an issue right now. Because people are weird about that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, the stigma around like mental health, all that stuff. But like. The specifics of like it's it's a disease with an acronym, and like the early 2000s was like when ADD prescriptions and stuff was like
kicking up real high. It's like every other kid was given that. They're like, no, how about you just don't give them a cup of sugar a day?
Right,
they'll be fine. Yeah. Whereas other kids definitely have a disorder and they need to get fixed. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they were just popping those pills to like everybody for a while. Yeah, it's crazy.
And so, the last episode was the Marilyn Manson one, and then this one is the Tom Green one.
Yes.
So clearly he's an excellent spokesperson for ADD.
I'm an albatross.
I love the callback when he's flying out the window at the end. He just sees the flappy skin on his elbow, which is what Cody says at the beginning of the episode. It's good. It's
they do a lot of callbacks in the show within the episode and also within like the previous like 2 episodes on average. They'll do some sort of callback, and I'm just like, you guys are on it. Doing it.
Yeah. There's a weird amount of like continuity by the end of this first season, or whatever, the whole series. Yeah. Like they built up like some kind of continuity and like universe and stuff like that. It's interesting.
Well, my whole thing was like the board of shadowy figures. I really wanted to know where they were going to go with that whole thing.
Do you think there was some kind of plan, or do you think they were just like...
I'm hoping there was some kind of plan. Right. Because especially in the last episode where they show up with all of the people who have guest starred on the show so far to go to the prom to steal the clones. They were like, something was going on there for them to have all of the guest stars show up in there, right? Right. I was like, oh, maybe they're going to do something next season. And that next season never came.
No.
So sad. Sorry, there's... Oh, no, stop. Okay. Yeah, so I was very disappointed in that.
Yeah.
I wonder where they would have gone with this show, though. Like, how would have they done the unfreeze or...
Yeah.
Would Scudworth have just gone to a new clone school?
I have no idea what... Like, it... while I'm sad that there's only 13 episodes, like, I have a hard time imagining it would have stayed as good. I don't know.
Like, for sure.
But, like, it's such a weird thing. And like, it to be, like, them to literally end it on freezing everything is just, I don't know, it feels kind of perfect, where it's just like, it's this weird cultural artifact that was spewed out, and it's just kind of frozen in time. In the early 2000s. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know.
I mean, did you see the reference to the show in Into the Spider-Verse?
No, I didn't. Where's that one?
So, the part where Spider-Gwen first shows up and they're in the middle of, like, Times Square or something?
Oh, yeah.
There is a poster in the background that actually says Clone College instead of Clone High, and it's JFK and Abe on the poster.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would watch that.
Well, I always wanted an excuse to rewatch that movie.
Yes.
So, yeah. That's good. I'll look out for that.
That's one of their movies too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. One of them. I don't think both of them are on that one.
Okay.
But apparently also while I was looking at dolphin facts, is that there is like a dolphin noise is barely audible in the final fight of Spider-Verse.
Really?
Yeah, just that like dolphin
that
clicking,
thing?
laughing click thing that's in every episode of this. Like apparently it's just they just put it in their shows or in their movies. They're just
entertained by the fact that it's there. Okay, now that just gives me an excuse to rewatch Spider-Verse as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
I love an excuse to rewatch good shows. I'm okay with it. Yeah. Episode 4 was the Film Fest, Tears of a Clone. I do love that episode as well, actually.
Yeah, they're
even if it's
at a college level.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, tell you the truth, did you see what they did to the pool? They flipped the bitch is just one of the greatest Scudworth lines throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
I just love it. I somehow managed to say that at least twice a month, maybe. And most people don't understand the reference, and I'm just like, I'm not going to explain it. I'm good.
Yeah, no, it's so funny because like I love that Sigmund Freud's the only one who understands Jones' film and is like laughing about it. It's like, could it be any more obvious?
And everybody else is just like, what?
Yeah.
And when she's having that like heartfelt speech with Abe at the end, and she's like, I know things are different now because they put everything out there. And he's like, okay. Yeah. Everybody's very confused.
Yeah, they really like emphasize the fact that like Abe is just an idiot and is not deserving of Jones' affections in any way.
In any way, shape, or form.
She's just like has been sabotaged by this crush on this dude who is totally way too long.
And his movie was alien giraffe from outer space who came to Earth to play football.
Yeah, the rules. That's how his movie is introduced. You don't even know what his movie is, and then it's like, all right, this is my heart and soul. Read the first line, and it's like there's nothing in the rule book that says a giraffe can't play football, and you know the whole movie instantly from that. It's so good.
That's it. Oh, and then after the credits of that one, it's what the girl in the crowd's like, I'm gonna have your baby, and it just cuts out, and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
What has even happened? Okay, it's fine.
Bizarre thing.
It is, but in the best way possible.
Yeah, and that's where Black and Tan is. We get all the jokes of that, like Gandhi and George Washington Carver have somehow rigged up like a boat set.
Yeah,
they're like,
and they're flipping backwards. They're dodging bullets.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Mr. Peanut.
I do like that peanut. That peanut is great. Yeah, there's so many things in that episode. And then you've got Sleep of Faith, LaRue Awakening.
Mm-hmm. Dolphin, obviously, on the leg.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing I was supposed to look up.
Oh, yeah. The dolphins in the previous one turn, like, teardrops in Jones' movie turn into dolphins.
Yes, they do. Yeah, yes. Yeah. And then with this episode, it's her ankle tattoo has a dolphin on it, right? Yeah. Yes.
She's so sleep deprived. Mm-hmm. And this is also the one where Gandhi can't remember having seen American Pie because he fell asleep during the movie because he was too excited to go see it. And that's another very, hey, we're in early 2000s, like American Pie is a relevant reference.
Yeah. It's not anymore.
Yeah. But it's really great when whenever Abe's having his crisis and like remembering all the things that's been told to him so that he like comes to the realization he has to pull over and get some sleep. Mm-hmm. But it's like just like, oh, it's Joan and then Cleo and then it's just Gandhi, sex with a pie, sex with a pie, sex with a pie.
Oh, just like Lisa needs braces. It's fine.
Yeah, and this is also the episode where it says nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys before he flips his car.
Love it.
So it was a Dead Man's Slick Mountain Pass or whatever.
He like pulls over, takes a nap, wakes back, still passes him. It's beautiful.
Somehow the crowd is still there waiting.
Yeah. Do they still use Scantron cards for tests these days?
Yeah, I actually just did one.
Okay.
They had to do a pencil like they were like, you have to use a pencil because the pen still apparently for that particular Scantron wouldn't work. So
yeah, I was actually just Googling like why a number 2 pencil specifically.
That I don't know.
Apparently it has the right mix of darkness and hardness.
All right.
And will not smudge too much.
All right.
Done. That's knowledge, guys. Now you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Scangrade, the evil machine. It's taken, 10 years for him to get enough lead from the number 2 pencils to take over the world. Then he's defeated.
And then he gets gassy from the number 3. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, Butlertron's, prissy rivalry is really hilarious.
So good.
And they have the weird BattleBots fight where he's got saw blade that he's gonna cut Butlertron in
but
half
he gets tipped over by the shovel.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's terrifying.
That was so perfect.
If you're Mr. Butlertron, you're on your back, you can't right yourself. He's got those arms. Oh my god.
But nobody do they. They do still have those Robot Wars shows on every once in a while. I think they still do them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So somebody's going to get that reference if they watch it now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Or they're just going to think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another gag that I love in this episode is when it's he's in the supermarket and he lets go of his cart and he's like, Joan's trying to warn him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Joan, I'm gonna run into a big box of animals." And then they cut immediately to them loading up all the pandas in existence into a single trailer that looks exactly like the Animal Crackers box that you ran into in the supermarket.
And the thing is that never actually comes back into the show. They just showed it.
No, he almost runs into them.
Does he really?
Yeah, and then they're driving away, and the pandas are flipping them off. They've got blurred out fingers. Yeah. If you missed that, maybe it was part of the damage part of your DVD.
It probably was, actually. What episode was that? Yes, it would have been. 4.
Yeah.
It would have been, actually. That is correct.
Good. Highly recommended scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I gotta find a clear episode so I can see some pandas flip off some people.
I think they're all on YouTube. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will definitely have to look that one up then.
Yeah. See
what I missed. Because I think it's from episode 6. Everything was nice and clear.
Okay, that's good.
So yeah.
And so the next episode 6, is Homecoming: A Shot in Dark.
Dark, yes.
Okay, so this is the second time they make the joke about movies where there's not a rule specifically not allowing girls or animals to play. They already made that joke in the two episodes ago in the film festival one, and they're using it again. Yeah, but see, in that one, there was nothing in the rules that said something. Yeah. But in this one, there are stuff in the rules. So it's totally different. I stand totally different. Yeah. And then, wait, how many people had fake mustaches on their team? 6? So there's the dolphin. Wasn't Groucho Marx one of them? Yeah, Groucho Marx. The dolphin was I have written down here as he was Henry VIII. He was masquerading as a clone of Henry VIII. There was kids in a non-regulation trench coat and stilts. And that just reminds me of BoJack Horseman. Yes. The 3 kids in a coat. I love that character. He is not, or they have not, what was it? No, business? He was, so that was... He hasn't come back in the recent seasons, I don't think. No, he was only around for 1 season. Yeah. Yes. Because, oh my god, I'm going to forget her name. Princess... Oh, what is the cat's name? Oh my god. Yeah. No, I'm blanking on it too. Princess Carolyn. Right. Yes. It was Princess Carolyn's boyfriend. Yeah. So when they broke up, then you just didn't see him anymore. Right. Yeah. Right. So I was like, okay. Kind of makes sense. But also one of the best characters ever written in the show. Great. It's fine. Yes. But yeah, that's when you're introduced that they have a rival school named Gesh. Yeah. Because what is it? Genetically engineered superhuman high. Love it. Yeah. Also that the principal probably ate Scudworth's son.
Yes.
Going back to our cannibalism talk earlier. It's like they bet his firstborn son
in the last game.
How was he? Delicious.
It's so quick, but it's so dark.
Yeah,
it is so dark.
Yeah.
And then this time, it's what they've got to do each other's laundry for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, are these things on the same plane? Apparently, they are.
They play up that laundry is pretty bad.
They do.
Scudworth's underpants were worn to Burning Man 7 years in a row.
That's going to be some grungy undies, I'll tell you that. Yes.
Yeah, I did not know what Burning Man was when I watched this show when it aired in 2001. Or 2002.
I don't think it was that popular back then yet.
No.
So
it would have been even sketchier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's around the time where people started to know what it was. Right. So they're just like, no, but then they also just live in LA. So they may have just known about it. I don't know.
Gross.
Yeah.
Nasty.
I don't know. Like, Burning Man, though interesting, has never been, I'm like, I've got to go to that thing.
Yeah.
It's like I want to go for like 10 minutes and look around and be like, I'm good. And go. But you can't do that just based on where it is.
Yeah. A couple of my friends went like years ago, and there's like this huge like rule book that you have to like prepare for and stuff. Just
really?
Like, yeah, because you have to bring like one of the basic rules is you have to come in and like pack in all the water you will need for the whole week, so you're not,
Oh yeah, and you're also not allowed to leave anything there, right?
Yeah.
So
there's all sorts of like cleaning up after yourself and all that stuff, but like the basics of like they'll just apparently turn you away if you don't show up with like water for yourself for a week, which is a lot of water. Like,
that's a lot of water. Yeah. Well, I think most people go in like RVs and stuff and just pack a bunch of crap in it, right? Yeah. No, that doesn't sound like fun to me. It's no. Yeah. I'm all about art and expression, but in the desert for like 4 days, I'm good.
Yeah.
I
think it's mostly for like younger people in finance who like need to find themselves because like they have the disposable
specifically
income.
Finance.
Well, they have the soul crushing job and they have the like financial like backing to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go and find myself for 2 weeks in the desert and then
that's true. And then come back. Yeah. They got the money for it. Yeah,
exactly.
You're definitely not like a dramatic arts student who just graduated or anything. Yeah, no, I'm not getting a job after that. It's fine.
All right. Next episode is Plain Crazy, the Gay Expectations. So this is the Ashley Angel from O-Town.
Yes. They make 2 Bubba Sparks references in this, and I was like, do people still remember who Bubba Sparks is? This is my question.
I don't know. I don't remember.
He had one song. It's fine. I'll find it. I'll put it up. It's okay.
Yeah. Is it the G-Spot? Rocks the G-Spot?
But yeah, no, I could see the G-Spot song actually being a hit at somewhere, some point in time. Yeah. I mean, if you got songs like, Blue would have come out a couple years before that.
Oh yeah.
Around the world as well. Yeah, G-Spot rocks the G-Spot. Fine with me. He rhymes.
Rhymes, kind of. Except it was just the same word repeated
over and over again.
As the interviewer points out.
Yeah.
But they've also got the running through the airport trope, which is fantastic every time because the crowd scene is exactly the same.
No matter where they are.
Yeah. Say like I love the whole art style of this whole show. Like I love the like static backgrounds that are kind of drawn like more muted, and then just like a few like that heavy like outline of the cartoons like of like the foreground characters.
Yeah.
I love the whole thing, and so like when they're doing that and they just reuse the same background even when they're literally driving through the airport in a car. It's this, like you see the same tall girl like just take a step. Yeah. every time just to draw attention to the fact
from the sunny beaches of Canada to Clone High, wherever they are.
Exclamation USA.
There you go. Yeah. Exclamation USA. No, it was just weird, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And then they also have the skunk
Yeah, which I didn't really understand. But I don't think you need to understand it. You just accept it for what it is.
Some true insanity of like a weird like Roadrunner parody in with it. It's so good. And except here again, the visceralness of the violence is so crazy.
Every time something blows up in his face, he's missing teeth, he's crooked. And then the skunk sprays him in his face and he starts screaming. Yeah, and you're just like, oh my god.
His screams are so visceral.
They're intense. They're really, really intense. Yeah. Then we have A Room of One's Choice, The Pie of the Storm.
Yes.
Oh, the hypercolor shirt just brings back memories.
Yep.
I like how short that craze was, because as soon as people put on the shirt, they realized how wrong it was.
Right.
But the thing is, it is part of our culture.
Yellow, right?
Yeah, that's all it is. It just changed colors, and you're just highlighting all of the worst parts of people.
Right.
This is not going to do. But it's just so ingrained in our culture that every once in a while it just pops back up into something when people are just making fun of a point in time. They're like, remember hypercolor shirts?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. My favorite quote from this episode is when Cleo's gathering canned goods for Joan because her house burned down.
Yeah.
And she's just like, here's some beef broth. It's still fine, just dented. Like, I don't know why, but like I use it's still fine, just dented. Maybe on a weekly basis, like for 10 years. I just like, it's just like you usually get something which is clearly like not appropriate or like you're just trying to make an excuse, but like I'm it's an empty gesture. It's fine.
It's just dented.
It's just dented. Whereas like it's the most thoughtless, horrible, not caring gift you could possibly think of.
Beef broth.
Yeah. She's
and
Joan's a vegetarian.
Don't they use it as like a Molotov cocktail at one point in time? You just set it on fire and throw it across the room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they have their North and South war, except it's vertical in their room.
Which makes no sense. I love it.
So good. Beds.
See, my thing is like, where did that whole trope about like painting a line
through the roommate room? Where did it start? That's a good question.
See, everything I'm getting just is about painting a line on a wall and taping it. But yeah, I've always thought that was such a weird trope. And I don't know where it started. Because everything I've watched that has that in it was clearly them making fun of something else.
Right. It's always been a trope.
Yeah.
Like, that has been made fun of. But
yeah.
Where it must have started somewhere.
Somewhere. And I have no idea where that would have started. I guess I'm assuming it's some, 1950s sitcom or something like Leave It to Beaver or something like that. Yeah. But I'm just like, I don't understand where it actually came from. So, I don't know. Because I remember seeing it on, they've had it on, The Simpsons. They did it on, okay.
Do you know, dear listener? Leave a comment.
Yeah, send me a message. Let me know.
Yeah.
If you have some history on this, it's fine. Because when I Google it, I just get, how to paint lines on walls. Like, all right.
Yeah.
That's helpful in a way, I suppose, if I want to split a room in half.
Yeah. Another great quote from this episode: "Try the churros." Always funny.
So good.
Yeah.
And it's true. If people haven't watched the show, they'll just be like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How does that have anything to do with painting a line down a room and a can of broth?"
The entire series is only 40 minutes longer than The Irishman. Go watch the
series.
Go
watch it. Just go watch the series. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they make the thorough Benny Hill reference in there as well.
Yeah. They start throwing pies at each other, and then they get mean. Like one of them puts Cleo puts a brick in the pie, and then Joan just punches her.
She deserves it. What can I say?
Yeah.
I bet you that's a reference that people in younger generations than ours are asking the same question about painting the line down the wall about. They're just like...
What, throwing pies?
No, just the whole Benny Hill thing. Like, where does that come from? It shows up in random things all the time.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Well, I think even I never watched Benny Hill. I only know, I know that it was a show. I know that it had a theme song.
Yeah.
I only experienced it as a joke that people would like like a trope that people would reference.
Oh, okay.
So
no, I grew up on quite a bit of British TV, so even though a lot of it was, when I think about it now, I'm like, that's really inappropriate for a child to be watching.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just on TV. You know, I didn't watch it like religiously or anything.
Yeah.
It's like an episode here or there.
On TV.
It was on TV. Yeah, exactly. So that there was like Keeping Up Appearances and Are You Being Served and Yes, Prime Minister, and I'm like, I'm a 7-year-old watching this stuff. I'm like, why is this what you're doing?
But you know, okay.
Sure. Let's go with okay. I'm gonna accept okay.
All right. Listen, it's New Year. This is your year.
Yes, it has begun. No, that usually sounds like the end of the world. It might end this year. It's fine. We're gonna make it. Next episode is my favorite episode.
Yes.
Raisin in the Stakes, a rock opera in 3 acts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did we skip over? No. One last thing about Room 1's clone that has Isaibo Pooch. His email address is fundog11@hotmail because I freeze framed the thing.
You totally emailed that at some point in time in your history, haven't you?
I want to find out what Isaibo Pooch is up to these days.
You get like a bounce back. You're just like, Isaibo Pooch is on a new mission.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
It's
preempt.
okay.
Raising the Stakes, that was a really important factoid. I'm sure.
You know, everybody who's listening to this is going to email that address now.
Do, please.
Please do. If you get something back, let me know.
Yep.
Maybe I'll email them as well. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Or maybe they'll just send you a free Isaibo Pooch. You're like, what?
Once again, that's fundog11@hotmail.com.
What is it? Like, pound shift 10 enter.
Yes. You know, if I don't spend enough time with him, his eyes dim. That was also a trend in the early 2000s.
Those like Robo-Dog things or whatever.
Yeah, because like Furby was a thing that was a craze, and then people like started making other robot-y...
Well, that started from like, I would go even further back as like Tamagotchi. It goes from like there.
Yeah.
Or if you want like this pet thing.
Right.
So then, you had there was a company that did 2 of them. There was one that was a dog, and there was one that was like a robot. That like walked around and stuff. And then there was the Furby. Isn't there like one now where it's like it's covered in like fur and you pet it and stuff and it does things?
Possibly.
All right. See, this is the problem when I don't know people who watch TV.
Yeah.
I see ads all the time for these things. And no, none of it stays in my brain because it's not stuff that I want. But I also need acknowledgement that I'm not crazy and I'm not making things up. And apparently that's really difficult to come across these days.
Yeah. I don't watch ads.
It drives people crazy that I like ads. I watch ads all the time.
And I'm glad you enjoy it. Somebody must be out there keeping the lights on.
I'm paying for your quote-unquote free entertainment.
Exactly.
Okay?
It's a great system.
I'm wasting so much time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But yes, this rock opera episode is my favorite episode, I think.
Yeah.
I actually put a note, this may be my favorite episode. But I might be in the same boat as you, or it depends on like which day it is.
Yeah.
Like, no, this one's my favorite one, and no, this one's my favorite one. Yes, but definitely, it's definitely up there. And Abe's, high name is Captain Lavender is one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah. There's a lot of subliminal messaging, like making fun of all the like panic about rock secret messages and things like that. Like when I've got it written down here, when JFK falls through the glass ceiling and then like into the
he starts
PTA
to
meeting,
foam his mouth,
and then he starts talking backwards. So he says, I'm talking backwards and telling you to watch Clone High, and for us to get an Emmy I'm saying it backwards because it's sneaky.
I never would have known that if you didn't do that. Okay.
If you check on YouTube, there's just like a 20-second clip of somebody's like just reverse the footage, and so you can watch it, and it sounds like JFK like just saying it. It's really good.
Even there,
I kind of love it. Yeah.
You see his bone come out of his leg.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why did they?
But he's also got
violent?
like glass sticking out of him, and he's like on top of a table that's broken at these weird angles.
Yeah, they're just like, well, why don't we just like play up the violence of this action? It's really good.
Yeah, they really do. They really, really do. Yeah. And also talking about subliminal messaging in this, I probably should have looked up what they said or rewound it and like actually paused. But every time there's a act break, like something actually like flashes on screen. Yeah, like, I have no idea what they are. But maybe I'll probably find them somewhere if I look it up. But yes, they're like, oh, it's like do drugs. You're like, damn it. Yeah. I have no idea. It's probably like, you know, give us an Emmy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, and I like the Pusher and the Pusher song. Yep, it's great. Get your foot off my cloak is my favorite line out of this whole song. It's fantastic. It's just fine. His shoes, his like platform shoes, are really great. Yeah. Rocker platform shoes. And then the whole Mary Kate and Ashley Siamese twin / mythical witches thing. I was like, you guys are weird. Really turned up the insanity. Like it feels like, the level of insanity in this show is just like it's all over the place in that episode, and I kind of love every minute of it. Yeah. But also the end of it is full on like Jesus Christ Superstar, if I remember correctly. But also that's not something I've seen since I was like 11, so I don't know. I've not watched Jesus Christ Superstar all the way through. Okay. I've seen like individual musical numbers and stuff. Mm-hmm. I've not like sat down and watched it. Yeah, I watched it a long time ago. I didn't really get it. Yeah. Because I was probably like 11. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is not something I should be watching it, but I should watch it. All right. Yeah. I did that way too much when I was young. Because I had a lot of time on my hands, and I just sit there and watch things, and I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable. I shouldn't be looking at this. But you still did. It was on. All right. That's what you do. Cool. Yeah. Expect me to turn it off? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's craziness. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. What else? Like, just other than the episode is amazing. Like, I don't. Well, that's the thing. Like, the problem with a lot of it's not even really a problem, but it's describing these episodes to people, they think you're a psycho, right? Yeah. Because each episode has so much stuff in it, and it's so crazy, it sounds like it's not going to make any sense. Right. But then you sit and you watch it from beginning to end, and you're like, everything in here makes sense. This is hilarious. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. But then trying to take notes and stuff about it, because it's so quick, you're just like, I can pick like 1 out of 100 things to write down. And even if you like write down your like favorite line, you're like, okay, how much backstory do I need to give to that, like context for this line? Mm-hmm. Do I need to preserve to make it funny for somebody who doesn't find it funny? And the answer is like, you can never have enough of it. Like, exactly. Like, because even with like the Catherine, or should I say Catherine the so-so, like there is a certain amount of backstory you need to understand. Like, it is funny on its own, you know, right. Catherine, should I say Catherine the so-so? It is in itself a funny statement, but it's funnier because of the context that it's in, and the fact that it's just like, everybody's walked out of the scene, and JFK just comes in the corner and says this thing, and you're just like, what? Yeah, it's a lean in directly to the audience. It's like, it's based on this like joke structure that JFK uses a bunch, so it's like you already know it's like, or should I say, jokes are like a recurring theme in this show, and it's good stuff. Yeah, it's just great. But yeah, no, I understand. It's true. Like a lot of the lines, you need some sort of backstory to it, right, for you to actually like understand the joke. Yeah. And me just saying Captain Lavender to me is hilarious, but within the context of the show, when like especially when the parents are trying to talk to Abe, and she's like, Abe. And he doesn't respond. He's like, Captain Lavender. Yeah. It's just so much funnier. Yeah. It's like you just have to watch it. You just have to intake all of it. And Abe's his slave name, Square. And it's funny to us, but people who are listening who've never watched the show, they're just like, what are you saying? Yeah. This makes no sense. Because when we say the line, all that context comes flooding back, and we get to like
have a little mini reappreciation of the funny. But like,
definitely just watch the show, guys. There's no way we can properly explain this to you on a level that will make you enjoy it.
Yeah, if you've somehow gotten this far into the podcast and not having watched the show and are still enjoying it, pause now.
just go watch some episodes. Just do it. And what's actually funny is that they do the recaps at the beginning of every episode.
Yes.
And at the end of the episodes, they do the next time on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, you don't really have to watch the episodes in order, but those caps get funnier if you do.
Yeah. Will Forte does the narration. It's just like the one episode where he says like, I can't do the next time on because like nobody sent him the episode in time, and he's like, if somebody gets fired, he's gonna kill his dog. It's just like
he just goes on.
Yeah, like this like just for like 2 seconds, a shot of like a live action dog, like from super close up of this cute little dog. Like, I'm gonna kill his dog. It's just funny. They just throw in these random things that are just great. Yeah. Speaking of live action dogs, this episode, the rock opera episode, is the episode that's got the live action cat that eats Gandhi. Yes.
It's kind of great. Mm-hmm. Not going to tell you where it is or how it's going to happen, but he gets eaten by a cat. FYI, it's great.
It's good.
It's good. So the next episode is Litter Kills, literally.
Yeah.
This is sort of your favorite episode?
I think if I had to pick one, probably this one.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about the like before like up like the end of the episode's teasers for the next one, and the beginning where they say like they joke about like, oh, one of them's gonna die, and then they show a bunch of faces,
and it's not like we introduced a random character that's gonna die. No, this is really, really gonna happen.
Right, and then like in all of the clones that they show there, Ponce shows up twice. It's like you've never seen him before, and he's just like...
Nope, he's never been mentioned before. You've never seen him before, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then in the first scene, he's like shows up with JFK, and they're goofing around, and then like Julius Caesar or somebody says,
yes,
like, ho, Ponce, you are a regular character. I love that pun because it's like he's like saying it like as if it's just like, oh, you're being a character.
Yeah.
But also it's just
like you're here all the time.
Yeah. No. And this is me explaining a joke. Anyway, that makes it funnier, I think.
Of course. Yeah. That's how it works.
Yep.
And Luke Perry voices Ponce de Leon, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
And he shows back up as a genie.
As a figment of JFK's
his imagination. No, JFK thinks it's a genie. He's a genie.
Yeah. Also, I can't remember if it's the first episode, but like really early in the season, they introduced the fact that there's like these two docks. Like, you know, they do the traditional like somebody's walking out onto a dock to think,
yes,
and then somebody else walks into the dock and think, and then they're like
beside each other.
Yeah, there's literally just two dogs beside each other, and they keep using that same location, including this episode.
I thought it was great.
It's hilarious.
He's like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to hold you. He's like, don't touch me. But so he's like, hold me.
Yeah. But like, it's like a visual gag multiple episodes ago that they just keep referring.
And that's what he says, I'm a Kennedy. I'm not used to tragedy.
Yeah. Oh,
it's so dark and horrible. I love it. It's okay.
Really good. Also, in prison when Gandhi finally gets the news, that's also where he asks Joan for a high five under the table.
Yes.
But when Gandhi gets the news that Ponce is dead, and then it goes to him, like in the shower, and they have the terrifying scene with all the pixelated junk.
Yeah.
But then they sit down and they're like, "Oh, do you want to talk about it? We're all real good listeners." He's like saying, "Oh, my friend just died," and then he's like, "My friend died. He was white and privileged. Oh, was he famous? No. Well, it's still really sad." That's what makes the tragedy.
Yeah.
It's just a little more on the nose for the parody.
It is. Oh.
Where it's like, oh yeah, anybody could die, but
that's true.
Ponce.
It's still funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the fact that when they do the escape from prison and Gandhi just like steps out
of the bars.
And then takes the keys to open everybody else's, you're just like, why didn't you just leave?
Yep.
The whole time.
Yep.
That's fine. Yes.
And then they all sneak out.
Yeah. They're giggling the whole time too. They're like,
yeah, trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
Death Row looked a lot like they were all in one holding cell in like a local jail. With the sheriff just like at the desk.
Yeah.
It was funny.
You're just like, where is this? This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, such a good episode. Okay.
It's like the music, they redo the, like I already mentioned how they redo the soundtrack, but the other song, it's like a Sarah McLachlan sound alike, where it's like, why, it's called Why Are You So Dead?
Yeah.
Genghis Khan.
I think it goes against like I Will Remember You or whatever.
Yeah,
the same one that's in like the ASPCA commercial with
right.
the dogs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's where it's like so it's so good in its parody. It's like all these other shows where they're like they're intentionally like being a parody of something so goofy, but they clearly love the source material so much. They have a deep understanding of what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they could like really, really cut into it. And
yeah.
I just like this episode, like with the like JFK just like totally having an emotional breakdown. Like it's like a real emotional breakdown. There's like real feelings there somehow.
Yeah, because he's so ridiculous with his breakdown, but you also
it comes
get
around
it
again. Yeah,
you know,
like,
you're like, I understand how crazy you are right now. I totally get it. Yeah, it's
why
great.
Couldn't
yeah.
Ponce have 3 lives like Mario?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the heartfelt episode of the series, you know. Just letting you know. Letting you know.
Yeah. One of the title cards, it shows like where it just like when they're coming back from commercial or going to commercial or something, it's just like the regular Clone High title card. It fills with blood, like the letters fill with blood. It's like details. It's good.
I actually kind of like the scene. Well, this is gonna sound horrible, but right after Ponce dies and it starts like pulling away, and you're hearing the bell tolling.
Yeah.
And it goes further and further away, and it goes to black, but then it tolls one more time, and the picture of them like floats by.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Why are you doing this?
Right, like it's just finished the most ridiculous death ever. Where
yeah,
it's like,
the most brutal death.
Right, but it's like cran apple in my bloodstream. like he's caught in like a 6-ring, like 6-pack
drink wrap. Yeah,
all this like
he gets paper cuts from all of the candy wrappers.
Right, like it's so dumb, and then they just do that tolling scene, and they play it so straight. It's hilarious.
It's great. And I felt like I always feel bad for laughing at that part, but at the same time, you're just like, this is hilarious.
It is funny.
It's very funny.
Yeah. It is obviously a little bit different now that Luke Perry is dead. Watching him die horribly. A little bit more mixed feelings, but like, it's still
absolutely
unbelievably funny in a show. It's just obviously.
I mean, there have been other movies that have done funny suicide scenes. I know that sounds really dark and weird and twisted and stuff, but every once in a while I'm just like, I'm laughing at something that's really, really horrible.
The best suicide joke in this series, I think, is when going back to the PXJT episode, the Scangrade one.
Yeah.
And Gandhi tells his parents that he's gonna quit school and become a trucker, and then his mom's just like, I'm gonna go hang myself. I'm getting the good news. It's just,
I forgot about that one. Yes,
so good.
It's so good. It's so funny. Yeah. Okay. Woo. Yeah, that's a good episode. Okay, so that's on the top of my list of good episodes too, for sure. Yeah. Snowflake Day, a very special Clone High holiday special.
Yeah, this one, like, it doesn't quite work for me this episode, but...
No, this episode is definitely at the bottom of my list. of like favorite episodes.
Yeah.
I know there's only 13, but somebody's got to be last.
Mm-hmm. And it's still like ahead of a lot of TV.
Oh yes. Oh, for sure, sure. But yeah, the whole thing with Abe getting cut in the mouth all the time is still, and that's the thing with their Foley. Like at certain points, they're like, I'm gonna try to make my audience sick.
Yeah.
Here's some sounds of your face being ripped to shreds, literally.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, no. But yes.
The coal-powered Nork.
But did you know Norks actually exist? You can buy them. Not coal-powered ones, but yes.
So how do they get around the cutting your mouth, slicing your mouth?
I don't know. There's actually like a blueprint that I saw online of like what it is. Here are the little ankle parts of it and blah, blah. And there's actually a company called Nork that sells these. Yeah, looked it up yesterday.
Is it like a Darth Maul situation where it's a fork on one end and a knife on the other? Or is it like a... Okay.
Nope.
I know you can't abide the prequel.
So it's this built-in beveled cutting edge.
That definitely is going to cut your mouth open.
That's what I was thinking.
Don't.
I'm not going to get one.
Yeah.
It seems dangerous.
Yeah, this podcast does not condone. Does not encourage the use of Norks.
Yeah, you're just going to end up with like a flappy side of your face like Abe does in the show, for sure. Sounds dangerous. But yeah, no, this episode just confused the crap out of me.
Yeah, the Mandy Moore thing. I like that at the end they just rob everybody.
It makes sense.
But like, yeah, it's weird. The jokes about ad machines in dumpsters. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't go anywhere. It didn't really do anything.
Yeah. I did like Cleo's like freak out at the end where she's like, I had 3 things that I wanted about my gift. I wanted it to be bought, I wanted it to be expensive, and I wanted it to be not lovingly handcrafted.
But he handcrafted her a coupon book and made a macaroni version of her face.
Yeah. Too silhouette.
Nobody wants that.
No.
So then we start the 2-part finale of the series / season. Makeover. The makeover episode. Also, I love that song. Makeover. It goes through my head every time I go shopping.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes. You can't get away from it. It's fine.
Yeah, and then you could have Abe dress you up like a sexy cyborg nurse.
It reminded me of Repo Man, the genetic opera that had like what's her face in it? Paris Hilton or whatever.
Yep.
She had like that weird nurse costume, and that's what it reminded me of. I was like, that came after this, I think. So it's kind of confused.
Clone High clearly inspired it.
Clearly. But yeah, I didn't really know where that was going.
Yeah.
Or Toots dressed her up in a football helmet and a set of tires.
Yeah. Though she seems to, like, during most of that montage, she has clearly got, like, pawned Toots off on something else. Like, he's giving the dog a haircut, and he's like...
Poor dog.
Yeah. He thinks that the basketball is her, I think.
Her acne, her face,
maybe
yes.
That's the next episode, I don't know. But, but then she still ends up in the tires somehow. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get it.
Right.
It's fine. But I do enjoy the whole makeover thing. I think it's great.
Yeah. Well, and GFK with Gandhi getting dressed up as like the whole like My Fair Lady elocution lessons to learn how to say for supper I want a party platter.
What is it? For supper I want a party platter.
Yeah.
What's I did that hurry? So horribly.
Throw some mums and ahs in there.
Yeah, I don't know. And this is where, Scudworth does the screaming of Stamos.
Yes.
Ruined his whole day.
The Stamos insanity. Yeah.
I just love it. Him just screaming and complaining and yelling Stamos. Now he's ruined my whole day. Everybody's gotten a call that's done that. It's like 3 seconds. You're just like, and everything is ruined. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he goes nuts. I love it. And then that goes into the next episode where they actually have the prom. No, it's the winter something prom.
Yeah, it's the winter prom. It's just a magical evening in the meat locker.
Because the gym was closed because somebody wore black-soled shoes again.
Yes. Which is a very specific... I don't know, is that still a thing for gym floors?
I don't know. I haven't been...
Do they even make, like, black-soled shoes that do that anymore? Like, I know it's, like, a specific kind of sole that, like,
would mark.
Yeah. Yeah, but barely anybody...
Because I think if you have a running shoe that has black soles on it, it doesn't do that. No, but if you have, like, dress shoes or something...
Yeah, so some kind of, like... I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, I never understood it. It's fine. But they've probably solved that technical issue by this point in time, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
But you can't wear your outdoor shoes on the gym floor, though.
It's just hilarious that that's just a little... Like,
and it's such a specific
reference. Exactly.
That everybody gets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the board of shadowy figures show up late because they keep having to pull over so people can pee. I was like, what? It's like...
Oh, man.
Yes, and then they freeze everybody at the end, and they will never wake up again.
No. Or whatever it is. Yeah, him saying Joan Cleo. Yeah.
Yeah, at the same time.
The whole, like, floating Joan head sex scene is...
uncomfortable.
Bizarre and uncomfortable.
Well, also they make a really inappropriate joke at that point.
Yes.
Because the first time he leans in to kiss Joan... And then the second time he's like, am I supposed to kiss Joan? And but it's really inappropriate. It's like
it's an oral sex joke.
I laughed. That was the first time I got that joke. And I don't know. Maybe it's just been a while since I've watched it, but I forgot that existed in there. And I was
I forgot hilarious. How, like, oh right, they're fully naked and, like, having a conversation with Joan heads over the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also there are multiple sex bedrooms in the meat locker.
Yeah,
because Joan and JFK also
are in the deep freeze.
Yeah,
yeah, for some reason. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Just weird for a prom. If it's a school function to have sex rooms in there, but
it's the night everybody takes a step forward sex wise. Is what Abe says.
But it's not supposed to be school sanctioned.
I don't know, like Clone High. Maybe they're trying to do a weird breeding thing.
Maybe.
Get all those.
Did you also notice that Teen Wolf is in like 4 episodes?
No, I saw him in the when they're when Gandhi's out the sunroof of the
yes
on the.
He's also in the John Dark episode.
Oh, okay.
I guess that makes sense because they're playing basketball in there. I don't know. And there's it's 3 episodes he's in. There's one more episode where he shows up. Maybe it was in the episode 12. He shows up in the background somewhere. But yes, that was it.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought that was really funny. But also, when would you get a clone of Teen Wolf? That doesn't make any sense.
Was he a clone or was he...
No, Teen Wolf, he was a werewolf.
No, what I'm saying is, like, in Clone High, is he a clone?
Well, he seemed to be a person going to that high school.
We need deeper lore information.
Apparently. Yeah. Yes, this is something we'd have to find.
Maybe they spliced in dog DNA, like they did with sheep DNA.
Oh, maybe. And this was like a later clone kind of thing? I get that.
I'll submit my 100,000 word Clone High fanfic later.
About where the Teen Wolf guy came from?
Exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. And why he belongs on the show?
It is sexy. Let me tell you.
Okay. Yes. Just like the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, that's Clone High. The awesomeness and I mean, you waited 2 years to have this discussion, so...
It seemed like a good thing to sign up for.
Yeah.
You know? It was just, it's a good show.
Yeah.
I like all this stuff. Spider-Verse came out while I was waiting to record this episode.
Yes, it did. So then we had more things to reference and talk about. You know,
it all worked out.
It worked out quite well. Yeah. Indeed. I still love the show though.
Yeah, no, this rewatch, I was really happy to have an excuse to rewatch the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm slightly disappointed that my discs both of them aren't working, but one of them does, so I can watch like half of the series over again if I like to.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
But yeah, check it out. Check it online. I think it's there. But
it should be.
Yeah,
it should be. Yeah. I think that's it.
All right.
Well, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Happy to be here. Happy to talk clones and
Clone High, yes. So we'll definitely see you in another episode.
Yeah.
We'll be looking forward to that one. You're going to be doing Conan next.
Yeah.
So, but that's not for a little while. Yeah. Happy 2020.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. You keep going thumbs up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, say something," because
Sorry,
we're on a thing.
Hey, you can't hear that, listeners? No? Okay. Well, Happy New Year to you as well.
Great. Well, that's it for this episode of Off My Shelf. Until next time, you can follow along on Instagram and Twitter at ohmyshelf, or you can send me an email at ohmyshelf@gmail.com. On the next episode, we'll be talking about the movies Clerks, Clerks 2, and Clerks Uncensored, their TV show. Hope you'll be here to listen.